Welcome to the first port of this 8-day Mediterranean cruise on board the Costa Toscana. We are in Italy today. That is Cagliari in Sardinia, and we are getting off the ship right now. So come along with me and let's have some fun. The ship is practically empty right now. I was sitting on my balcony this morning enjoying the beautiful sunrise, and I just see floods and floods of people getting off the ship. So most of the people are off and we need to get off right now. Here is the sports courts and the slides. So yesterday was a sea day and the line for the slides was absolutely crazy. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of people. Now there's no line at all. So if you do want to enjoy the ship, definitely don't get off in one port of your cruise. The line was literally all the way down here yesterday. Didn't film a video yesterday. This is the third day of the cruise. Joined in Barcelona. Yesterday was a sea day and today we are in Cagliari. And every single day from now on is a port day, so hit subscribe if you want to enjoy this Mediterranean cruise with me. Going down to deck 3 to exit the ship. Here is the Colosseo. I am enjoying the last bit of air conditioning before we go outside because it is 93 degrees today. It's so hot out there. But this is where they have the shows. Something very special is happening here later. Exit deck 3. And welcome to Italy. There is currently a huge line right here. I really hope this is for excursions because we do need to take a shuttle bus to get outside the port. I hope that's not the line, but look at that thing. How is that ship floating? How is something that big just floating in the ocean? It's incredible. Massive. There it is, shuttle bus to the city. Let's go to the city. A lot of tours for sale right here. Open top bars, and you can take a boat trip and stuff, but we are just gonna go to the city today. I'm doing something that you should never do when you're on a cruise. I'm going to a place with absolutely no plan. I don't know a single thing in Cagliari. I've never been here before in my life. We're gonna get off and let's see what we find. Here is the free shuttle bus. Literally a 2-minute bus ride. So sometimes the ship would dock in an industrial port. It is not safe for people to walk outside the port, so you have to take a short bus ride. Sometimes it's a short bus ride, sometimes it's like 10 minutes. But tomorrow we dock right inside the city of Naples. So you just step off the ship and you're inside the city. Those are the best ports. But welcome to Cagliari. Beautiful, right? Beautiful Italy. And the first people I see in Italy are a group of homeless people sleeping in the park, drinking beer at 11 o'clock in the morning. Welcome to Europe. All right, immediately we are getting Romeo and Juliet vibes. Italy is actually one of my favorite countries. It is beautiful looking. The architecture is just incredible. Wow, everywhere I've been in Italy has been so impressive. But some things let it down, unfortunately. Look at this place. Just old stuff everywhere. So cool. Absolutely zero plan today. Just gonna walk around the city, see what we find. Gonna spend a few hours off the ship today. All aboard is 3:30, so make sure you know what time you need to be back on the ship because it is different every single port. The ship will not wait for you. And it's the last time I'm gonna say it. It is so hot, 93 degrees right now. Long-term viewers of my channel might know that I used to live in Italy. I lived in Rome for 1 year. Welcome to Travel with Ben. My name is Ben. I like to go on cruises. I like to travel. I'm usually living in China, but I'm on summer vacation right now because I'm a teacher there and I decided to take this cruise on board the Costa Toscana. So hit subscribe if you want to cruise with me, travel with me, and if you want to have some fun because that's all we do here. Nice little square here. A lot of restaurants here. People having their lunch. This is Piazza Iene. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's on the screen right now. So I'm going to tell you something that is going to be significant later. Today's date is the 14th of July 2026. It is World Cup semi-finals day between Spain and France. There is a lot of Spanish people and there's a lot of French people on this cruise. They are showing the game on the ship later tonight, so we're definitely going to be checking that out. But tomorrow is the big one. It is England against Argentina in the World Cup semi-final. You, of course, are going to be watching this video later, so I hope by the time you watch this video, England are in the World Cup final. I'm going to be wearing my England shirt tomorrow, so it's definitely going to be a very, very interesting 2 days World Cup semi-final. I think this is something that America is lacking, to be honest. Just people sitting on the street like this, eating lunch or having a drink, and of course they do that, but you don't really get views like this in America, right? That's not a diss, that's just a fact, because all of these buildings are probably 100 years old, and there's people having wine, there's people having their lunch, and not bad views, not bad views. This is definitely going to be an adventure. Actually, I think I said that I don't recommend doing this, getting off the ship without a plan, but sometimes those turn out to be the best days because you never know what you're going to find. And just look at the beauty of Italy. Wow. Only joking. People tell me that this is culture. That's what they tell me. I don't know about that, but see how beautiful this staircase could be if there was no graffiti here. It's crazy. Let me teach you something quickly, something interesting if you ever come to Europe. So it says I there on the license plate, that means Italy. So if you go to the different countries in the EU, the license plates are going to have the letters from that country. Pretty cool, right? If I've ever seen a street that should be in movies, it's this one. Look at this. How cool is that? Wow, that is so cool. My first thought is, how would you get a fire truck down there? But look at that. Very, very nice. It's very cool that the sun is shining, but there's so much shade because the buildings are so close together. Everywhere you look, there's just these tiny alleyways. And people live down here. That's the interesting thing. That's someone's front door. They walk down here every single day. And maybe this is the one time in my whole life that I come down here. See, this is the kind of stuff that you're not going to see on a tour or an excursion. I don't think there's many tours that offer, come and see the back streets of Cagliari. So you'd have to come and see it for yourself. I wouldn't want to be here at night, to be honest, but very cool during the day. Literally, they're everywhere. These skinny streets. Really surprised there's not a lot of people here, to be honest. Summer is definitely the worst time to visit. Definitely Italy, but probably many countries in Europe just because it gets so hot. But there's literally nobody here. I find this stuff so interesting. Like, it's great to see the touristy stuff, but this stuff is just, you're not going to see this unless you go and find it for yourself. I think that's the interesting thing about it. I'd love to know your opinion. Do you like to see touristy stuff, or do you like to see this stuff real life? Italy's definitely one of those countries that you can imagine what life was like, you know, a few hundred years ago, because I'm sure it wasn't so different than it is now. And these streets definitely weren't built to have all these cars on it. I don't think they expected every single person to own a car. It's beautiful. This big open space. There's a guy playing a guitar over here, and I think we can get a good view of the ship.
Já pintava saia do teu cor, da muda botão, vivo blusa. Fazia pensar por cima de lá, e para passar a mim para cá cocheu. Vou fanho nariz, vou trocar voz, vou pegar a pila, vou ter um mita. Vou procurar onde, chucha coluna, pego chupa cara, pego caro.
There it is. My home for 8 days. Wow, amazing. Look at this. What more could you want? The sun is shining, we've got the mountains. Very, very nice. Get your quality merchandise. That is the Bastion de Saint Remy. Look at that. That is absolutely sick. Wow. Amazing. I feel like there should be gladiators or Roman soldiers marching down here or something. So cool. Italy is cool. Come here if you can. That's the great thing about a cruise. 8-day cruise. I'm going to go to 3 different countries, experience new things, see places I'll probably never come back to in my life. And then this is your view. Hear ye, hear ye. Everywhere you turn is just colors. I feel like every single building they're building in London now is just plain boring grey. Just don't build buildings like this anymore. It's so sad because look how cool they are. You do wonder how long these buildings will last. Like if you come back in another 100 years, will they still be here? Hopefully. Because we don't need more skyscrapers. We don't need it. No, no, no. Again, it's surprising there's not many people here because it is a Tuesday. Yes, love that culture. Love that culture. These balconies are so low. I feel like I can jump up and touch them. Oh, I like those ones. I feel like the Pope should be up there. Yes, you can still get Deliveroo out here. I'm starting to think that today could be a holiday in Italy because the place is completely empty. I can't think what it could be. It's definitely not for the football because Italy are not in the World Cup this year. What a shame. It's Spain and France, but I can officially leave Italy happy today because I just heard a man say, Mamma mia, he even did this hand thing, so I can leave happy today. I'm not complaining about the crowds, by the way. I love the fact that it's not packed. It's so nice. Everywhere you look, it's just cool looking buildings. I love this stuff so much. A lot of things are closed. A lot of the stores and restaurants are closed. So maybe something's going on today in Italy. I honestly don't know. 14th of July. Someone tell me? I don't know. See what's up here. Again, if there was a fire up here, you're going to get a fire truck up here. Wow, guys, look at all this culture. Wow, this culture is so beautiful. So great. I'm so lucky I could see this culture. This is something really cool. So they got traffic lights there because this is only wide enough for one car, So I guess they could have knocked this down or did something on that side to make it wider, but they didn't choose to do that, which is really good. We got to preserve this stuff. It's not going to be around forever. You can see again, this archway is only big enough for one car, so they didn't widen it because then would have ruined it. So they got traffic lights here. It's only one car at a time. Good idea. There you go. Looks like they got traffic lights here as well, yeah. So we've got traffic lights to go into the courtyard. Just one car at a time. Then it opens up into this. You see what I mean when you can imagine what life was like here a few hundred years ago. You just picture like market stalls and stuff here. People doing their shopping. Really cool to imagine actually, because I'm sure the buildings haven't changed that much. Well, I'm sure they've been updated. Really nice. There's a lot of these open areas like the squares, which again I assume they used to be used for markets and stuff. I bet it looks cool at Christmas time. Got more of these skinny streets. So cool. I think this is so interesting. And now I've got to be careful. Look at that, it's crazy, it just fits. That's a perfect fit. I can't come to Italy and not see a cathedral. That is the Cathedral of Santa Maria. We can go inside, let's go check it out. Beautiful building. Don't forget to get your quality merchandise before you go in, okay? Incredible, that was the highlight of today. But seriously, these guys on the street selling crap 5 feet away from a beautiful cathedral like that, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, definitely worth visiting, completely free to go inside. Cathedral de Santa Maria. All right, let's move on. We have a few more things to see. I'm watching the time, it is 12:30. All aboard time is 3:30, so I still have plenty of time. Just don't want to go too far away from the port. Free mattress. Look at that car. That fits perfectly in there. Literally a few inches either side. That's crazy. Now I just need to find my way back to the port. If you ever need to catch a bus somewhere to get back to the ship, then definitely save the location, because sometimes the bus stop is not near the port. But they were running excursions to the beach today, so I assume there's a very, very nice beach here. Of course, we're on an island, we're not on the mainland Italy, but yeah, I could have taken a trip to the beach. Please tell me if you enjoyed this video. Just a spontaneous walk around and found some really cool stuff, found some touristy things, found some not so touristy things, and I think today was a big success. It's not over, it's not over. That's just the port. We're gonna make it back to the ship. We're gonna have a very, very, very interesting evening on the Costa Toscana. Just like that, welcome back. It is currently 1:10, so we spent just over 2 hours in Cagliari today. Here are those excursion information. You can get a map here. Here they have a train tour. This is the open top bus. And then they do have like a small terminal building here. You can get souvenirs and stuff. My cabin is right there, deck 16. Welcome back on board. Every time you get back on the ship, you have to go through an airport style security check. Always, always, always have your ship card and your passport. I'm so surprised that people go to a foreign country and leave their passport on the ship. I think it's crazy. So right now it is 1:30. It's kind of a weird time in between lunch and dinner. I did eat a huge breakfast before I got off. That's why I usually don't buy food in the port. But I do have some exciting news. If you watched the first video about my dining time, it did get changed. So I have a new dining time. I have a new restaurant, which I'll tell you about that later. So my dining time now is 6:15. So that's in 5 hours. So I'll probably go get a little snickety snack now in preparation for my ultra marathon that I'm running 1 week after this cruise finishes. So not the best preparation, but I did do a lot of walking today, so it's okay. It's gonna even itself out. And I made it back. 16:031. So if you didn't catch the first video, this is my balcony cabin on deck 16. It is very, very big, perfect for one person because I'm cruising alone. I can show you the view that I have from my balcony. So of course it's pretty 50-50 whether you're gonna have your balcony facing the port or facing away, but we can't see much, to be honest. There is the bridge, that's where they steer the ship from, and this is what we can see. So that's where we boarded the ship, that's where we took the bus from, and the city is actually the other side of the ship, so we can't see anything really, but that's Italy. So one thing that doesn't drive me crazy, it just doesn't make any sense at all. So I've been on the ship for, let's call it 2 days, and I've had all of this already. Like they definitely want to try and upsell you because you get absolutely nothing included on Costa Cruises. Like it's crazy the kind of things that you don't get included that's obviously included on most of the other cruise lines. This is a budget cruise, and I got it very, very, very cheap. I booked last minute. I'm cruising alone. I got a balcony cabin, which wasn't that much of an upcharge from an inside cabin. I'm going to tell you how much I paid for this because it's extremely cheap for an 8-day Mediterranean cruise, especially in the summer. Like we're in the height of the tourism season, so I'm really surprised that we got it cheap. But yeah, there's definitely no shortage of advertisements because this is literally after 2 days. So there's going to be more coming. There's stuff for the spa there, excursions. Oh, this was an interesting one. Sand theft is a crime. It says if you take sand or shells from Sardinia back onto the ship, you could be charged with a fine of 5,000 euros to 3,000 euros. So yeah, don't steal the sand from Sardinia. This is why cruising is so much better than taking a land vacation, because I come back to my cabin, there's all you can eat buffet just down there. I can go to the dining room right now. There's entertainment right now. There's entertainment all night. You don't get that if you stay in a hotel. And honestly, this cruise was per night way cheaper than if I got a hotel, so I definitely got a great deal on it, and I can't believe that people don't want to take a cruise. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I joined the cruise in Barcelona and I get off in Barcelona, so it's 3 countries, 8 days, and one huge cruise ship. Right now, I want to say thank you so much to the channel members for supporting me in that way. If you are interested, then click the join button below this video, because I told them a month ago that I'm going on this cruise, so they already know and they get to watch the videos before everybody else. So please consider being a channel member. Click the join button below this video. So this is what the Costa app looks like. These are my options for lunch right now. So the first one, that is actually the buffet, and it says it's a little bit crowded. I don't believe it, because the buffet is always crowded. It's actually a pretty big buffet, but yeah, I don't believe that it's a little bit crowded, and that's gonna close at 4. It's currently 2:30. Here is some specialty dining, and then here is a sit-down dining room. You can actually go to any dining room for breakfast or lunch. You don't have to go to your dining room. It says it's crowded. That's going to be open until 3:30, and this one is also crowded, and it's going to be open at 3:30. So I think the buffet is going to be the best option. Here is the Colosseo again, deck 6, 7, and 8. This is the main theater on the ship. There is a smaller arena, but this is where the main shows are. And that Luna Park thing, it sounds like it's going to be an all-night thing. There's a lot of different celebrations in the schedule and a big parade type thing, I think. I guess we'll find out. And the buffet is just over there, deck 8. Beautiful looking theater, but absolutely terrible. It is not a good theater because most of these seats are bad seats. So you have to come to the show very, 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 very early, like over an hour early, just to get good seats, because 80% of these seats are bad seats. No idea why they built it like this, but definitely a cool looking theater. And not a good sign So I just got to the buffet. There's two sides. I tried to go that side and they said, you can't go there because it's full. So it's definitely not a little bit crowded. It's definitely gonna be, oh my gosh, it's so crowded. Welcome to the craziness. There is so much food available. I would say try and avoid the buffet as much as you can, to be honest. You can definitely get breakfast, lunch and dinner in the dining room. So try to do that just because the buffet is usually crazy. Got a window seat, very nice. They are big fat liars, a little bit crowded, there's no way. So this is my lunch. We got some pasta, we got some beef steak with rice, and only one dessert today because I'm in training, ultra marathon. I actually think the food on Costa Cruises is really, really good. One of the things that absolutely drives me crazy, I think it's so rude. People walking around the buffet eating, I think it's so rude. Please don't do that. See, the line for the slide right now is super duper long. But when I think of Italy, this is what I think of. Views like this. Isn't that beautiful? I think we went there today. I think that's the cathedral that we saw. Look at that. That is what Italy looks like in my mind. Absolutely delicious lunch as always. And I only had one dessert. Only one. No more than one, only one. Going up to the pool deck. Let's see if it's a little bit crowded, just like the buffet. Crazy in there. So this is the Luna Park thing. There's signs everywhere, so it's going to be interesting what it is. There it is. Definitely more than a little bit crowded. It's currently 3:15 and all aboard is 3:30, so everyone needs to be back on the ship in the next 15 minutes. Here at the back of the ship, there's two more pools. There's one here and there's one on the other side as well. So the last time I came on the ship, it was a Christmas cruise. I did check the date and it was the 14th of December 2025 that I took the last cruise on the Costa Toscana. So there was nothing going on here. This area was completely closed because it was so cold, but now it is super busy. We're heading towards the back of the ship. There's that great view again. And let me know what's inside there. Right at the back here, they have like an outdoor, would you call it an arena? I'm not sure, but they have a stage there. They had a dance party here last night, and this is where they're going to be showing the World Cup tonight and tomorrow. Come on, England. There's a big screen there, and there's a lot of seating as well, so it's going to be an exciting time. A lot of Spanish and French getting ready for this game. And come on, England, please, please. They also have a glass walkway right at the back of the ship too. And then you have that beautiful Italy. No, beautiful Italy's over there. It is 4:15, the ship is rumbling. That means the engine have started and we are leaving Cagliari right now. And I'm ready to go for evening number 3 on board the Costa Toscana. Here is tonight's outfit. It is 6:15, so it is exactly dinner time. I'm going to show you the view one more time. Just look at that. That is incredible. So, if you watched the first video, I went to the maitre d' and I tried to change my dining reservation because I'm cruising by myself. They put me on a table with other people cruising by themselves. And I talk about it in the first video, but I didn't want to risk it. So, I requested to have my own table and they said, probably not because we're fully booked. But then they gave me a letter to say, dear guests, we are pleased to confirm your table changes and seating service as requested, which I was very, very, very surprised about. So I have a completely new dining room, new dining time, but I have my own table, which I'm very, very happy with. I don't care what time I go to dining, to be honest, just because I'd rather go at any time and sit by myself rather than sit with strangers, just because I talk about it in the first video, but I had a bad experience before with weirdos and I just don't want to risk it. So I do have my own table now in a different dining room. It is on deck 7. So let's go there right now. Playing some games in the shops to get a discount. And this is my dining room. Let's go eat dinner. just in the casino. Here is the menu for dinner. I don't think I made good choices because I wasn't crazy about the things that I chose, but the octopus was definitely interesting. That's a good thing about cruising. You can pretty much choose anything you want. That's a complimentary dining room, so I didn't pay anything extra to go to that restaurant, and you can try things maybe you never tried before, so definitely go for it and try something new. All right, so here is the situation. It is 7:20. The football is going to start at 9. They are showing it in 3 different places around the ship. I'm pretty sure that the whole ship is going to be watching this game. It's the World Cup semi-final, okay? And I was thinking, if I was on an American ship right now, maybe they would put it in the sports bar and a few people would watch it. Well, I think a lot of people would watch it, but they definitely would not have it in 3 different places. This is a huge deal, okay? The whole world is going to be watching this game, including the people on this ship. Oh, I have to tell you something interesting, because the table next to me, there's a Chinese mom and her son. And I sat next to them yesterday. They're speaking Chinese the entire time. And of course, I'm listening because I can understand them, but I didn't say anything. So then I go there today and she says, hello. Because of course, we sit like 5 feet away from each other. So, we say hello to each other. And then I say, ni hao, which means hello in Chinese. And she's like, huh? Ni xiu zhongwen ma? She's like, do you speak Chinese? And I was like, yeah. She was like, huh? You could understand us the whole time yesterday and you didn't say anything? I was like, yeah. So we just had a little bit of a chat, and they were very interested to know why I speak Chinese and why I didn't mention it yesterday. And I was like, I don't want to interrupt you, like I wasn't really listening. I can understand, but I wasn't really listening to what you were saying. But yes, I can understand. And then people from the other table, they can also speak Chinese. They're Chinese people as well. So like we're all speaking to each other, and they're like, why is this foreign guy like speaking Chinese? It was super fun, super fun. It's one of my favorite things about speaking Chinese. People don't expect me to. And yes, I have caught people talking about me behind my back, and yes, I can understand. And sometimes I decide to say something. Very rarely though, very rarely. So I can give you a glimpse of the casino. So here is an electronic roulette, and they have a lot of slots, but through there is like the real roulette tables and blackjack and stuff. You're not allowed to film in there while the games are going on. So this is as close as I'm gonna get because I don't wanna break the rules, but it's a really nice casino, and it is non-smoking. It is non-smoking, and that is something that I absolutely love, because I've been in some casinos on cruise ships and it's smoking. It's disgusting. I like watching the casino, but I can't stand in there for 5 minutes if it's smoking, so this one is not. You definitely forget that you're on a ship because you're just walking along, and then you look at that. Like the ocean is right there. It's crazy. Just walking through the shops, and all of the shopkeepers are dressed as the clowns. Most of them do not look happy about it. They're clearly forced to do that just for tonight. But there's so many games over there, but they're not real prizes. Every single game, the prizes are discounts. It's like 10%, 20%, 40%. So no real prizes, you just get a discount. Okay, here's the information. So they have like an opening ceremony, 8:45. It's just for 15 minutes, and then I guess this is the end of it. But the shop stuff, this is going on pretty much all day. And then there's live music, there's a tombola. So it's a pretty big deal, to be honest. And I just saw a lot of people dressed up in their clown costumes. All right, you want to see how crazy about football Europeans are? It is currently 7:50. The game starts in 1 hour and 10 minutes. And I thought all of these people were watching the sunset, but they're not. They're waiting for the football. Look at them. This is one of the locations that they're going to be showing the game on the big screen here. Like I said, there's 3 locations on the ship, and all of these people have got their seats already. I thought they were here for that, but they're not. Hiding from the wind a little bit. Looking at the jerseys, I see a lot of Spain. I see a few French in there, but so many Spain. If France win this game, there's going to be a lot of upset people on this ship tonight. Look at them. So many Spanish. It did say the Rock Club is one of the locations, but the band is still playing, so I don't know if they're gonna stop the band just before the game and then put it on the big screen. The Rock Club is tiny though, so you can't fit many people in. And another location is the arena, which I'm here right now, and it doesn't look like anybody's here. So maybe it's just upstairs, outside. On the top deck they're showing the game, I'm not sure. They are getting the bar ready, and I just asked the guy, they are gonna be putting the game here just before it starts. And there's a few people here. Not too many, to be honest, definitely not like upstairs. So I think tomorrow the best place to watch it will be upstairs on the top deck. Hopefully the weather's good. So I can give you another look at the arena. They do have shows here. Last night I watched the Michael Jackson show. It was really, really cool. But again, this arena has the same problem as the Colosseo. All of these seats back here are pretty much useless because you can't see anything when you watch a show here. You definitely can't see anything when you watch the TV here because just terrible views all around, to be honest. So just spoke to one of the cleaner guys in there and he was like, Spain or France? I was like, I don't care. I'm here for England tomorrow. I don't care about this game. I don't care who wins. And then he was like, I think there's going to be fights tonight. I definitely think there are. I hope security's ready because there's going to be some angry people if their team doesn't win. And I have a feeling if Spain don't win, there's going to be big problems because there's a lot more Spanish than French. So I don't care about this game. I don't care who wins. I just want England to win tomorrow. But in terms of the Luna Park thing, at 8:45 they have the opening ceremony right here. So I assume that's why they're not going to be playing the game on this screen. There's some people getting their seats already. I'm just going to sit and relax, to be honest, because this thing is going to start in 30 minutes. It's 8:15 now. Opening ceremony at 8:45. It's only 15 minutes, so by the time that finishes, the game would have started. So I'll go upstairs and check it out. But this is my view. Pretty good, pretty good. I think most of the people on the ship, they don't care about this thing. All they care about is the football. But it should be interesting to see. I have no idea what to expect. I think there's going to be acrobats and stuff, so it's going to be cool. Pretty cool. Luna Park has officially started. Just in the indoor pool, they have a kids club thing going on right now. And Squawk is there. There he is. Okay, I'm back on the top deck. Again, sorry if it's windy up here, but I really, really want to see what this is like. I don't think, if you're American, I don't think you understand how big the World Cup is. Like, forget about the Super Bowl. Like, look up the viewing figures of Super Bowl versus World Cup. There is no contest. Like, it is nowhere near. The whole world is watching this game, and we are watching it in the middle of the ocean. So it's crazy, trust me. Way bigger than the Super Bowl. Yeah, there are so many people here. Like, I can't even show you the big screen because there's people everywhere. Definitely not going to be able to see anything. Look at all the people. Oh my God, look at all these people. Look at that. The big screen is down there. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Look at all these people. There's people around the top. Oh my gosh, that is wild. Look at that. People do not care about their vacation anymore. All they care about is football. There is nowhere I can stand or I can see the screen. I think the other venues are going to be even worse because they're smaller, but this is crazy. I cannot believe this. In the middle of the ocean. Oh my gosh. Look at them. Penalty for Spain. Penalty, penalty. Damn, Daniel, I thought people were crazy for getting their seats an hour before the game, but I definitely need to do that tomorrow if I want to watch the whole England game because, wow, you can't even move over there. I'm going to take a break. Spain is winning 1-0. I'm going to check back in later to see what's going on, but oh my gosh, literally the whole ship is there. I'm literally talking like probably half the capacity of the ship is at the back of the ship. Don't laugh at me, but I'm back in the cabin watching the game. I can't see it anywhere else. I did peek into the arena, and again, there's just so many people in there, you can't even see the screen. There's not much going on around the ship right now, to be honest. It's just live music, so I think I am going to watch the end of the game on the top deck just to see what the atmosphere is like, but I got the best view in the house. It's the only way that I can see the game. 5 minutes left of this game. I've run up to the top deck quickly just to see what the atmosphere is like. I bet people are going crazy because Spain are winning 2-0. Spain are going to the World Cup final. How crazy were those crowds? Oh my God, people going crazy. Something funny really just happened. So I'm standing there filming the crowd, and this drunk guy comes up to me. He was like, "Are you from Spain?" And I say, "No." And he says, "Where are you from?" And I say, "England." And he just stares at me like this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's he gonna say? So I was like, "Where are you from?" And he says, "Poland." He was like, "I like England, I'm from Poland." I was like, wow, thank God he loves England, because he was very drunk. That is the end of day 3 on board the Costa Toscana. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing Cagliari today, and I hope that you enjoyed this evening on the ship. It was definitely a very, very unique one, and tomorrow is the big one. If you didn't like the football talk today, then you're definitely not going to like tomorrow's video, because it's all about England. Come on, England. World Cup semi-final against Argentina, but we're also in Naples, Italy. So we're going to be waking up tomorrow, seeing Naples, coming back on the ship, having a fun evening, and then hopefully watching England get to the World Cup final. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I really hope that you are enjoying this series. It is just getting started. This is only the second video that I filmed, and I'm going to be filming a video every single day for the rest of this cruise. So I hope that you want to see more. Hit subscribe. Have an amazing day. Please write me a comment, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.